All right, here we go. Okay, Stephanie, let me get my notes and we are going to start. Circuit 3. We're almost done Circuit 2, but Robin said that we can start Circuit 3 since we're in such a time crunch and we do have, things online, so we're good. And one thing I really, really wanted to affirm to you is that you have really worked hard. And you have really, you made true on your commitment. And that's huge. And I really appreciate that. And that you're really committed to help me and you finish on time. And that's huge. So thank you. Thank you so much. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the data from the fidelity tool that we did from the teapot.
Okay.
And so let's see here. We are on the pyramid, which I'm showing her. We're on the third circuit. And so that one is where we will be, where we will look like what does a child need to be successful. So before we've been doing in the first circuit is the basics, to help our classroom work good. And then the second tier was really to work, on skills, the behavior expectation. And the third tier is more specific to a child. And so, like a question that we can ask ourselves is what does this child need to be successful? That's one of the things we can think about. So let's take a look here. So this is right here. And one of the things that was interventions for children with persistent challenging behavior.
Right.
So that was one of your professional needs.
Right.
And so as I was talking to Robin, like we were saying, like that would be like the chapter title, kind of.
Okay.
And then here we can choose, do we want to, let's see, we need to decide whether like teacher replacement skills, and what that is new adult response. So it's like how you were responding and to change that way. Or we can choose teams use functional assessment, and that would be learning how to collect data, on a child.
That would probably be.
You think that sounds good to me?
Yeah,
But did that sound like a core to you too?
Yeah, because if I decide to do this stuff,
Right.
I would need that.
Yeah.
So I think that would be good.
Okay, good. So what we'll do is we will decide to learn how to collect data, and that's teams use functional assessments. And so what that is, to do it to fidelity, is that we learn, and there's different skills that we can learn. There's different ways. And so when we do the coaching on topic, I can show you the different ways, and then you can decide which one in particular, you would like, one that fits your style, know. Okay, good. I was thinking that myself, but I wanted, for you to choose. And, and that's another thing I really wanted to commend to you too, is that one thing that I've really been learning working with you is to work collaboratively. I think that's something that has really been a learning opportunity for me, because I think you come up with great ideas. It's something that I didn't think about. Yeah, that sounds great. So, that's a skill that I'm learning through you.
Well, thank you.
And I thank you.
I'm learning so much from you. So
and I thank you. Okay, so good. So we will learn how to collect data. That's one of the things. All right. So why don't we, okay, so the professional development. So that is kind of like what we, culture related to professional development or change. And that is, okay, in the area that we want to work with is collecting data. So, like here we have that, I'm very excited to learn more about child development. This is in 2 and 1, especially in the area of teaching behavioral expectations. And then we could switch it to collecting data. But I would like gentle reminders on how to teach children, about the new circuit that we're going to do. I am also willing to read or watch webinars that will help me learn and put this into practice, what I learn. Do you want to change that or to add something
No,
new?
I think this would be.
That's
that
the same
would-
that you want to
yeah.
use? Okay, so we'll
Yes.
just switch the words to collecting data,
Okay.
okay? That's what we'll do. And then we'll also use the, and the gentle reminder. So, like, I think I did that when you were doing the, for Sarah. And you
Yes.
said rules, I said expectations.
Yes. Yes.
And that's okay. That's
Well, we've
okay.
been setting rules for most of the
I know.
year, so.
You're right. You were totally true.
Yeah.
But I also thank you for the freedom that you give me to give you gentle
Yes,
reminders.
thank
You bet. Okay, so we got that. So then I'll do that. I will change that. Then we have the learning style, and it's the same here.
Mhm.
But there was something that I really would like you to think about that would help me.
Okay.
Like, is there something I need to add, to my coaching that would help you learn better?
No, I don't think so. I think I'm doing. I think I'm learning pretty well from you.
Okay.
Um,
Well, I also want to give you the opportunity if it ever comes up that you think,
Okay.
oh, how sometimes when you're thinking,
Right.
I wish you could do that. Let me know.
Okay. I
Okay,
will.
because that would help me too. All righty. So now we need to fill out the professional development plan. And here we are. Here's the visual circuit. And these are the activities.
Okay.
I was learning this. So we're in circuit 3, which is the last one. And then we're going to start the professional development plan. And that is when we decide what the learning objective is, and also the when
Okay.
we're going to do it.
Okay.
All right? So we can do that. Let's start that. And then your learning style and my learning style, fortunately, has been really compatible.
Yeah.
We've been very compatible in that. So I appreciate that. All right. So let's do, okay, we got that. We got the learning style, which you're the visual and the social and the visual, social, and the hands-on. The hands-on.
Yes.
Okay, so what we kind of need to do now is look at the coach circuit practice based learning objective. Now this is something, like our last one was at circle time, Stephanie would teach the children classroom expectations using visuals and puppets, stop and go examples of what the expectation means. We will know that the children understand the expectations when 75% of them can correctly classify or example a stop and go. And I think we have met that. I think I'm
yeah.
almost 100%, I would
Oh
say.
yeah.
So what we're going to do is kind of make an attempt for the learning objective, because this circuit is a little bit too tricky because the other ones are more concrete and this is more abstract, So what we can do is write down, okay, the learning objective is going to be interventions for children with persistent challenging behavior. Do you want to pick a particular child?
Is that what we need to do?
Well, that might be something that I think that would be helpful, yeah, because that way, because when we take data, we'll know who to take data on.
Well, then it would probably be Avery because we've already kind of.
Well, whatever one you would want.
I mean, Avery would be.
Okay, so interventions for children. I'll say for Avery.
Okay.
Okay, we'll be specific. For Avery, with persistent, challenging behavior. There you go. By learning how to collect data.
Okay.
To collect data.
Okay.
So, okay. Now, what do you feel are your strengths associated with this circuit, with learning how to collect data?
I don't know what my strengths would be with this one, honestly, because this would be totally new to me.
Okay, great.
Yeah, this is totally new to me, to how to collect the data and stuff.
So what I would say a strength would be is your willingness
yeah,
to learn something totally new.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. To learn something new. That would be 1. 2. What would you say would be another one, you know?
Well, I think I'm good at noticing things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good idea. Yeah.
So, noticing little things the kids do.
Exactly.
So,
And I've been aware of that, and you also notice what I need too. You're very attuned to that. So that's a very good point. Yeah. Notice cues from children and teachers. Okay, I'm gonna stop this. How do you stop it again?